is Crunchyroll, and the train capital of the South. And Crunchyroll has been purchased from, sorry, totally wrong. The Rightstuf store has been purchased from Crunchyroll for about almost over a year now. And they have decided on October 10th that they're going to close the store down. Okay, it's their property now, they can do what they want. So with that, they are shutting down the Rightstuf store, but not the establishment. So the venue is still going to be there for more of a distributor location, since they're based in LA, since Crunchyroll is based in LA and Rightstuf is in Iowa. That gives them more chance to expand distribution. So the main thing to get from this merger, and thanks to someone over at one of the collector pages, is be sure to save what you've pre-ordered as a document, email, etc. Document what is still owed to you in back order, and make sure you just back up everything that was from Rightstuf when it merges over to Crunchyroll. I would also ask, if you already have a Crunchyroll account and they merge the Rightstuf account, send them an email and see how the merger will affect your account, because it may or may not affect stuff, but it's nice to know ahead of time. Also, if you have, for Rightstuf, if you have one of their memberships, I forgot what it's called at the moment, but if you have one of their memberships, since it's discontinued, be sure to mark date or know your receipt of when your membership ends, because they're supposed to honor it as, well, they continue on as the Crunchyroll store. One of the things that I'm wondering about is, unlike Rightstuf, which was a single entity, I mean, they are themselves, started way back like 2 years before I was born. I'm that old, people. That's right, I'm dirt. I'm old as dirt, haha. So they started way back when catalogs at comic book stores were popular. Well, Crunchyroll, a pirate site that is kind of dominating the anime industry right now because of how they have their use of streaming and got that powerful. They have Sony money now. What baffles me is they have Sony behind them, and they're not implementing a return system that would, well, rival that of Amazon. I mean, Sony makes and loses money by making movies, but they still make movies, electronics, all that other good stuff. Yeah, there we go. That Bud Kramer Park sign right there. So it kind of weirds me out that they're not rivaling Amazon on the returns. Very strange. You would think that once they got a store that has dominated anime distribution, cause Rightstuf was actually used by Walmart. If you go to Walmart website and order anime, they would say it's going to be delivered from Rightstuf. I mean, they were everywhere, which is awesome and totally fine. So we'll see how that works out. Yeah, I got the card. I know. Learn. So for the stores, first there was Rightstuf, but that's not when the buying and merging stuff first happened. You have Crunchyroll. They bought the Funimation store, or Funimation, along with their store, and their store was not that good. Horrible communication between the customer. Sometimes I would order something, get the order, but I would get the order 3 months months away from I ordered or emailed about the problem, and they never respond. One time I ordered a limited edition box set of Orange. It was fresh from them, and it was not good condition, and like I said, 3 months later they finally delivered it, but they never confirmed or sent an email or etc. So Crunchyroll, so you have Funimation, which liked what they produced, but I didn't like their store. You have the Crunchyroll store that started with problems. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, it had problems at the beginning. Then you have Rightstuf, and now that's absorbed into the Crunchyroll family. Going back to Sony, I don't mind that they are owned by Sony, but what worries me is how much Sony owns, cause they have movies, they have electronics. They're the ones responsible for DVD and pioneered the Blu-ray. Seems a little, with them owning technically monopolizing the anime market, I can see, it's not broken, if nothing's broke, don't fix anything. But at the same time, if they have too much control over a product, they can censor and do what they want. So that's one of my main concerns of that. Also, if you don't have competition in your marketing, outbeat it, beat your other competition, you're going to get lazy, because you now think you're the king capital of the world and don't need to do anything. And I'm not comfortable with that. Oh. Let's see, take some time to check out the comments. Don't have any. All right. Ooh, thank you for the like. Let's see. So, lessons learned and not learned. So you have the whole Funimation absorbed into Crunchyroll, and now Rightstuf is absorbed into Crunchyroll. I've kind of noticed that when Crunchyroll absorbed Funimation, they kind of maintained the same as what they were. They didn't advance or decline, but nothing was stepped further. With them finally merging Crunchyroll, I'm hoping that they'll keep the boxes, the packaging. What Rightstuf's known for is how well they can package a box. They even took one of their limited edition G Gundam sets that had the mini tequila shot glass, and they took it way up high, however high their lift is, and dropped it and showed that nothing was broken whatsoever, because that's how good their packaging is, which is awesome. That's great. I hope that they continue that kind of packaging and don't skip on anything, because if you skip on that quality, you're not going to have that reputation that they're known for. Well, that's business going there. Hold up. Ooh, I do hope they continue their outstanding packaging. I agree, man. Nike. Yeah, Nike. I agree, man. One of the things that Rightstuf did that I enjoy is they gave discounts. They usually gave like a normal 20% off or 20 to 40% off of pre-orders, which was grand and glorious for collectors. But I've noticed with Crunchyroll that they don't do that. I don't know why. I really don't know why. For a long time, I didn't want to use the Crunchyroll store because they didn't do that. You don't give me a % off, why should I buy from you? Your competitor does that. You bought the competitor now. Oh no. Then again, there's Amazon, so There you go. All right, what more do I have here? Good news for, oh, hold up. I wonder if Rightstuf will at least continue to be shipped from their Crunchyroll department. I think they are, if I read that comment correctly. Let me, okay. All right, going through the comments. Hi, hello. How have you been? Been pretty good. Been pretty good. A lot less stressful semester this time around. Crunchyroll is trying to anime manga community in the U.S. They're definitely monopolizing the industry. I agree. I do hope that they continue their outstanding packaging. Once again, I hope so too. I wonder if Rightstuf will at least continue to be the shipping department for Crunchyroll. Oh, I hope so too. Continue as the shipping department. I hope that they continue their practices. Their practices on shipping is awesome. You can take that anywhere, especially if they're trying to do hub shipping like you would see IKEA, for example. Yeah, I hope their boxes are still there. I still laugh at the time that they gave a nutrients contents for one of their boxes as a joke. Also, to my knowledge, I don't work there, so I could be wrong, but what's kind of amazing is there is no news or record of them laying off people, which is pretty awesome, because usually when a company merge, they start weeding out people that they don't like because of XYZ expenditures. Oh, what's this? The worst thing is received an online order, damaged, bent, etc. I agree. Or worst of all, you didn't get the correct item that you ordered. Amazon's bad about that, but for now their return policy is awesome. I think they're going to start charging returns at the beginning of the year, but they need to work out their problems. But at the same time, there's always advancement somewhere. Here it is. Right here. Oh yeah, one thing that Amazon has that the other competition does not is they have if you pre-order, there is a cost-saving feature. Kind of like if you go to the grocery store and you found a sale and it's cheaper somewhere else and they price match. Well, Amazon will price match as well. One of the annoying things lately of Rightstuf is the insurance. It's not that much, so I don't mind paying it, and luckily I haven't had a chance to use it, but I've heard horror stories from other people because they got it, it's damaged, they tried using it, and nothing was resolved. I feel like for the root insurance that, in theory, it's a good idea, but I kind of feel like that's something that should be hidden behind what people pay. That way it's insured, go forward with it, move on. But if you've outsourced something that's more steps that no one's talking about or letting people know, which I kind of find is unethical, but I don't feel like it's a good idea, but I don't think the approach was done well. Even though you're paying like a few cents off the purchase. So I don't like root. One of the things for root is that, from what I understand from the different collecting online groups that I talk to or read about, is root does not cover porch pirates, which I hate that they exist, but that's something that should be insured. I don't know how to write that legalese into the price, but that is an issue. That is an issue some people had, and root did not cover, to my knowledge. So for the merger, you have, for the affiliate links with Rightstuf, they will, what do we got? All right. Oh no. Amazon banned your account years ago. They said I returned too much items, which is BS, especially considering how, I returned, I haven't encountered that. I haven't been banned myself yet, probably because I ordered way too much off of it. And I hate to hear that happen to you. But one time I kept returning an item. They kept failing to give me the item. And they're like, okay, keep the item and here's your money back. Please stop sending this back. But I hate the experience, but that's the worst experience I've had with them. At least with Amazon. Let's see, so screw Amazon, I can buy my stuff elsewhere. True. What happens if current pre-orders from Rightstuf? So if you have current pre-orders from Rightstuf, they are supposed to fulfill it. It's going to move to Crunchyroll. They will fulfill it. My 2 cents. Keep a copy of your emailed receipt or keep a record of it. And when the merger happens, send them an email explaining them being Crunchyroll. Send them an email explaining your situation and what is back ordered. That way, one, you're doing your due diligence. Always do your due diligence. 2, they have a record of it, and you can go back to that record and say, hey, what about this? And they should resolve it. So keep a record, keep them informed, and be patient. Hopefully it works out. Worst case, if you're not satisfied, ask for your money back. I don't know if they will or not, but you are the customer, then they're supposed to, make sure that they fulfill agreements made. And that purchase from since they purchased Rightstuf, and that Rightstuf is now a part of them, they are supposed to fulfill it. All right. Thank you, Psycho Mantis. All right, so for affiliates, if you are a vendor with Rightstuf, an affiliate vendor, they're going to audit the vendors for the affiliation to continue, because that's something that they don't want to disrupt. You don't want to hinder the spread of your product. That's crazy. That ruins your supply chain, even though we're in a supply chain issue at the moment, even though it should recover by now. If you have affiliate links, like if I had an affiliate link with Rightstuf, they will cancel, but the Crunchyroll store will have affiliate links. What's an affiliate link? If I was to say, hey, I really like this anime, I send a link to where it's purchased, and you purchase from that link, I get 10 cents. Let's say I get 10 cents from that purchase, and it accumulates for me trying to promote it and you getting that item. And I think it's supposed to accumulate to like $100 before they pay out or something. I'm not sure. But that's what an affiliate link is. Moving on to the merger, one thing that's happening I can see it. I can see why they're doing it. But at the same time, it's kind of strange because it is related. From what I understand from John Steinbeck, the owner of Media Blasters, is that Crunchyroll will not supply Asian live action films. I agree it is related because it's in Japanese or an Oriental language. It is somewhat relatable, or relatable genre. However, they're selling anime. Anime's in the title, anime is the name of the game. So, them strictly selling anime and manga makes sense, or something anime themed. That makes sense, but it does change and shift a lot of dynamics for, these licensors. Even though there's more than one place to sell your items, your merchant stuff. That's all I have for today on this topic. They're merging. I do feel bad that we're not going to have the Rightstuf name, but hopefully they'll keep the Rightstuf practices. I don't like how Sony is technically monopolizing what's there, but we're not seeing the Sony money being used into advancing what's there. I'll should have a return system very similar to Amazon, but not this whole, you have 30 days to make a return. Depending on the return, we'll mail you we'll let you print out a shipping slip because of the error, depending on the error. No Funko Pops shall be returned, which, okay, fine for that. But for DVDs and Blu-rays, if they are opened, you cannot return them. Which begs the question, if they don't play correctly, what do you do? And the paradigm has shifted, but hopefully it won't change too much and we can continue what we're doing. Always save records of what you've purchased at Rightstuf. Make sure you email and confirm that they understood what was back ordered. If you have a Rightstuf membership, their discount membership, be sure to know when it's dated to end, and they're supposed to, quote unquote, honor that discount. So email, make sure communications are made for what was previously agreed upon, and go from there. Let's see. Any more questions? I'll stay on a little bit longer, answer your questions, see how everybody's doing. A little later today, I am going to stream again and talk about simulcast anime dubbing using AI/machine learning. Why am I tackling that? Well, for my graduate study that I am doing, that's why you don't see as much videos, is I'm doing robotics and automation, which involves plenty of classes of artificial intelligence and machine learning. So I feel like I should be able to explain confidently. Well, I will explain how this would work, how it would affect, and what would go on with that. Sadly for Rightstuf, it's an end of an era, but a new beginning for Crunchyroll, I guess. I will have a new video. Hopefully, if I can get it agreed on, it should be released sometime around Wednesday. So before I end, I will give you a sneak peek of what the place will look like that I'm previewing. And it's right over here, this big mix of a store here. Haha. All right, so with that, thank you for watching. Thank you for the likes. Please tell your friends. And I chose the busiest place to do this, but other than that, take care and see you then. Oh yes, that awkward point of me trying to end this. There we go. Laters.